Hello and welcome back for another review. This time we got Toronto Defiant taking on the Boston Uprising. So it's going to be an interesting match. Boston obviously having a great opening weekend to the June Joust, hitting that 2-0, winning this match. Toronto Defiant had a pretty poor weekend. I think they're another team that really struggled with identifying what the meta was. They tried to play a lot of this rush stuff, if I remember correctly. I do need to have a closer look at it, but just Toronto didn't look very good. We got Punky in the chat. Hello, Punky. We even got to see a little bit of Punk. Obviously, Gabe Bullshit is the new addition for the Boston Uprising. Very good player coming in. He's finally made it in Visa. So they got the full Korean lineup now that they've been leaning towards, but they have put in Punk. I think Punk is in to play the Sigma. If I was taking a stab at first looks at it, I'm sure Punk can confirm that. But yeah. Looks pretty good. Boston really up on the rise. Toronto Defiant hard struggling. So let's see where it is. This is one of the teams that played a lot of this Winston Reaper rush style, which has varying success. I actually really like this style if you're going to play against like the heavy shields style of playing like double shield or playing like the Orisa, because I think you can outpace it a little bit. But I don't know how I feel about this. When you're going up against like the high amount of damage of the Echo, the McCree, the Anna, the Brig, right? Like they have so much sustain that it's going to be really hard for them to get on top of the team. If they can get there, then they're in a good spot, but it's all about getting there. So you can see them just fucking running it down all the way through the Mega. Holy shit. Trying to drink my coffee. And like, problem with playing this comp. Case in point, I keep preaching why I don't like the Winston. That is why. I don't know what happened there. I don't know if Michelle just didn't get a good Matrix off, but just gets absolutely fucking murdered on entry. I don't even like that dive, because even if Sato did land, who's following him? Boston's done a great job of recognizing this and getting their backline on the high ground, so kind of interesting. And this is the weirdest first fight I've ever seen on Ilios Ruins. We're fighting on one of the Megas. Faith goes down though. Boston's kind of messed this up a little bit, but they should be fine with the advantages that they have. Yeah, Boston kind of nice, just hard carried that actually. What the fuck? Let's go look at that from nice perspective. I think Boston chased too hard, right? Like we talk about how Defiant's win condition is the brawl. They want to fight in close quarters. They want to use the healing of the Moira. Boston's win condition is they just have so much damage. But if they just rush into a hallway against the Reaper Echo, they had the potential to just get overrun, and that's kind of what happened there. Getting a little bit antsy for my liking. Thing I noticed about Michelle's, he did not eat a lot of nades, sleeps, ultras, made it super hard for his teammates. Interesting. I'll keep an eye out for that. Yeah, like you see, like as soon as Boston walk through this choke, they just end up in a really bad spot. Wow, nice actually just owned. He did just clean up a lot, but yeah.
Wobble, wobble, motherfucker.
Light up, thank you very much to the 2-month Prime sub. Take my money. Oh. Hey, thank you for money. Nice kill. Finally time for a good match here. First ever Boston win review. Yeah, it is. Okay, Bullshit eating a lot. I don't really know what... Where's the rest of the team? What are we waiting for? I don't know why I was still on nice. What are we waiting for? What's going on over here, Stan 1? Oh, good save. Oh, dude, he's just... And Unsun J is just all over Stan 1 right now. Oh god, this is so awkward. Oh god. Get up there, Stan. No! Oh god. That's a feels bad. I think he done goofed on that one. That's a feels bad. I was even praising his recovery. Well, here comes Toronto. Played their win. Oh, I don't know how I feel about this nano from Myunbong. You're 2 down. Your Wrecking Ball is dead coming back from spawn. You only have your off tank, your Brig, and your Ana, and you're gonna nano the Brig to live through the fight. It could pay off, but I feel like if Defiant just matches the ults, they win. How does Hisu die?
It's hand.
How does Hisu die, of all people? Okay, Bullshit's just shooting him in the back.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
That was a pretty aggressive by Hisu, considering, you know, bro. Beat goes down late. Well, I think that was pretty good ultimates by Boston. I don't agree with the rally, with the Diva Bomb. The rally's good. I think it's really good. It turns the fight. They have the advantage. The Diva Bomb, they're already on the run, right? So it does seem a little interesting that they go for that, but it's fine. Nice mines by Nice. Should slow a lot of this down. Yeah, this is just a clusterfuck now. Alright. Just clean up at this point. Why did Answer J not get the ult charge? There's a time limit? No, because, yeah, he has, like, if you ever get booped, you have, like, if you ever, like, touch something that is considered, like, stabilization, then it won't count as them booping you off, right? Alright, so Defiant, thank you very much, money. The classic thing of running through. Mabu, 100 bits. Their win against Defiant was the Uprising first sweep since March 10th, 2019. Also against the Defiant. Boston was the victim of a sweep in 24 of their 50 matches in that time. 9-41 record. We're back, baby. I don't know if I would say you're back. You're definitely not as bad as you were in the past, which is definitely a dub. So, but that's kind of a ridiculous stat line. That's a pretty crazy stat line. So, thank you very much, money. We're back, baby. Okay, sorry, we're back. We're back. You win this round. What is going on here? It feels like Boston is... Where's IM37? I think IM37 is playing too passive right now. I understand he needs to be the front line of the back line. You know what I mean? There's not enough pressure going forward, so it feels like they're walking up for free. It's not costing Defiant anything to walk forward. So Valentine tries to play aggressive. Probably gets way too aggressive there. Alright, here we go. Cap goes out, Bullshit gets forced away. Good job living. Oh, that's a good bomb. That's gonna cause a massive split. Thank you very much for money. Sharkbait with 100 bits. We're back. You probably can't even tell me that the plot of the movie. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a corgi. Forever corgis with you, Sharkbait. Good beat engaged to take on the rally. The Reaper. This is just chaos right now, if I'm being honest. Hisu uses the Reaper ult. Doesn't really get a lot. Michelle, Myumbong, and Faith going down. Oh my god. How does Stam 1 kill 2? Mines go down. Beat goes down. Rally goes down. Did this reset to 20 seconds? I was wondering why we were going so far back every time. Hisu gets Lastro as well. Someone's playing pretty well. Big slams. Boston needs to get control at this point, otherwise this is going to be a pretty bad fight for them. Defiant are going to get their ults, right? They're playing a cycle of they need to sort of win this before Lastro starts getting his ult and before they start like really stabilizing. Looks like they might have just done it. Defiant do a good job of disengaging though, and they'll be able to re-engage with their ult. This doesn't look like slots. Okay, Still playing incredibly passive. Oh wow, great slam by Stam 1. Oh, nice nano actually. I really like that nano into Gebushi. Yeah, they can rush down nice. Beats late. That's gonna cost them. We're going into last fight territory as well. This is the final fight. This is... I honestly think Defiant have had so much control over this entire point, but they lost a couple of fights at crucial moments. Alright, Valentine gets knifed again. It's just like, this is Defiant trying to force it onto the point. At this point, right? Stand 1 gets Sato. Woof. No, we talked about that.
Thank you very much,
Probably
money.
not. Gordek with the 100 bits. Custa. Yo, what's up, Gordek? How you doing, buddy? Alright, Boston gets the first round. That might be one of the best points for the Toronto Defiant comp. So I'm a little worried that if that's what they're gonna... if they're gonna fall short with that... we'll see what they do. So Uprising is gonna play the double bubble. Surprises they're playing the Xayah. Not many people play the Xayah these days with the Winston at this point. So... I also think all of a sudden Valentine's gonna have a really hard time playing against this Ashe, Echo, and a Mercy. I feel like we've seen like a trend moving away from the Xayah and the Brig. Yeah, Stam 1's gonna struggle to stay alive. Oh, good kill by Valentine. Wow. Dude, Valentine's going so aggressive with half health. Well played by Valentine. With a very little pocketing, he managed to get a lot done. As soon as he killed that Ashe, it was way harder for Defiant to win that round. I think Sato's really gonna struggle on this map to get any value. Oh, I was looking the wrong way. They're coming from this direction. Valentine's very good, yeah. Watch Xayah pod. I don't really like seeing the Xayah pod from this one. If Boston gets this nano first, this should be a massive value for them. They can just nano their Winston into the backline. There we go. Big nano. I don't like his choice of who to go for. I would have much preferred to see him go for the Ana. Oh, the value of Sato's nano should have been much higher. How does Stan 1 kill Ansun J? Out of everybody, how does he get Ansun J? That should never happen. Ansun J should have not been on the floor there. Good job by Stan 1 getting some value. But Sato also dies due to sleep. Faith's rally, yeah, they can just rally on the point and just stall this out. Oh, somebody help Valentine. Oh, no. Good grab on the copy. Does Stam 1 use the primal? That's the question, right? Oh, he's not going to get there, actually. Good dive by Toronto. I think Myeonbong and Iron 37 were overstaying their welcome on this side of the map. They were just hoping that they wouldn't get dove and that Toronto would play passive. They needed to consolidate back. They needed to get back in this main. They probably could have recovered from this as well if they did. They staggered it out to 99% though, pretty much, so that's a win for Boston. They can come in with so many ults. Toronto does have a lot of ults themselves though. I've not done my pick'ems yet, Aqua Marksman. Alright. Jesus just murdering stand 1. Hisu is incredibly isolated though. He's like asking to die to Valentine.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Winston.
Needs to hit this sleep. What are we doing here? Oh my god, the grab is enormous. How did he catch both tanks with that? Ender bomb. Bonk. Diva bomb by... That's such a bad Diva bomb. Look at how bad that Diva bomb is. Never gonna get any value. Sato's getting absolutely murdered. Yeah, great re-engage by Boston. They got value out of every single one of their ults. I don't know why Lastro couldn't sleep the Primaling Monkey.
Adaptive circuits.
This will only hurt for a minute.
This is an Overcooked too. Every damn time.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
Oh, I don't like that timing of the sleep attempt. That was an ambitious sleep attempt. Yeah. Yeah, and then that should just be it for Boston. Terrible nade. Yeah, he also used the nade on himself. I was thinking the same thing, but I don't think he needed to use the nade. Oh, God.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
And that is the first map going to the Boston Uprising. You can already see the dominant expectations, but also Toronto, I don't know if I like the way that they were using that comp. But let's go on to Numbani and see what else we can get from this. Would it be easy to sleep Winston with Primal? The easiest time to sleep a Winston is when he's at the second half of a jump, right? You don't want to do it while he has the jump cooldown because it's too easy for him to just jump at the same time as you. He is the least maneuverable when he's in the air. That is when you want to shoot it at him. And like, it's the classic thing of like EMPs and that kind of stuff. The fear of the sleep is super valuable when a Winston is primaling you. He's not going to just do a default primal if you have the sleep. He's going to be trying to dodge you. He's going to try and jump over your sleep. He's going to try and do all this shit. You want to hold it until the Winston commits and has to commit. And that's what the best Annas in the world do, right? It's the same thing when the Winstons have bubbles. You don't want to just like shoot it and give him the opportunity to drop it. It's like a ton of mind games that exist, so... On the scale of Lord of the Rings to Air Bud, how was watching Casters to Masters? Fucking Air Bud to the moon is where they rated. Do you think Junkrat will be a high pick rate on character on TCP, or is this niche Outlaws thing? I don't even think Junkrat is the best hero to pick in that place. Like, I think Junkrat worked for them. Obviously, Jake's a very good Junkrat and he knows how to play it on Anubis. But I also, like, we watched that match. Florida didn't have the right answer to it. Like, they just didn't respond. I don't think Junkrat is very good at all. I think it has value if they try and play a certain style, but I think you're almost better at just playing Ashe Echo. Like, I think Ashe Echo is just a more well-rounded composition. So.
Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Alright, going on to Numbani. Uprising are playing the comp that I like. I actually like the Winston on this point instead of playing the Orisa because there's a lot of high ground and jumping up and down and stuff like that. Maybe you could play the Orisa like here, but the Winston's fine. We're seeing mirror comps from both teams, which is good.
Adjusting angle of attack.
Understandable, Junk is one-dimensional, yeah. How does Hisu just die? To a Winston. IM37 has to shoot him a couple of times as well. Yeah, oh, he hits the dink as well, yeah. So much damage. That's so bad. Like, Numbani's one of the hardest points to cap in the game, and they literally just get it for free. I don't know why Hisu is here anyway. Like, yeah, that was weird. What happened to Horizon? It got taken out of rotation because it's a poorly designed map. Same thing with Paris. The maps are just flawed in the way they're designed.
Objective lost. Stop the payload.
Alright. Same compositions. Uprising has Nano first. Actually, I just realized Gabe Bushi's playing the Xayah. They're prioritizing the Xayah over the D.Va, which is interesting. I don't know how I feel about it. Nano the Echo, and I like the Nano on the Echo instead of the Winston. I think it has higher potential. Stan one gets a little aggressive though. We'll get the res.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
I would have much preferred a D.Va switch, but the Winston should hopefully be fine.
Zarya.
Dude, Hisu's just having a bad time. They get Myunbong. The bob on the card is very good though. Yeah, it's gonna force Sato ult. Double monkey, yeah. Double monkey. Monkeys together. Strong. Okay. Stemon's going in. Sato goes down. It gets absolutely murdered. They're playing so far away. Like, nobody's helping Sato. But I also think Sato went in too early. Oh, that Bob's so late. I don't know what he thinks this Bob is going to do. Boston is just rolling. I don't even know where Defiant is struggling so much. They have the right comp. It just feels like they're not getting any value. Feels like their backline is not dealing with the front line of Boston well, and the front line is not doing anything to the backline of the Uprising. Hisu, that is the second or third time Hisu has died first in this, just in this attack. He can't play like this. Not against a damage boosted Mercy. You can't use your jumper like that. Nano Sato is just not gonna do anything. Hisu is dead again. He manages to murder on the way out. Great super jump by Faith. I think he's still gonna die though. Yeah, bad luck. That was pretty well played. Alright, they nano the Winston in. Probably gonna be able to zone them, but it's not gonna be able to do a whole lot. Oh no, I remember this. Look at this sleep by Myunbong is so clutch. Sleeps Myunbong and they just push the cart. Ah! 4 minutes and 19 seconds. Literally, that's the problem is that's a bad C9 because Defiant were 100% gonna win that fight. Is that a new record? I don't know what the record is. Sleeps Diva to cap 2 maps in a row, yeah. Do you think coaching makes a bigger difference than individual gaps between players? I think coaches, I don't think that makes a bigger gap. No, like mechanical skill of players is still such a limiting factor. Like every player has like a cap, right? Some players can become like their cap is enormous, right? And some players, their cap isn't that high. So some players can only get so good, right? The value of coaches is enabling players to get to that cap, right? To get them as good as you can get. Squeeze out as much skill as you can of a player. I think they're completely different things. And the best coaches are the players that can enable and put these players to the next level. But every player is at some point capped. Execution and team synergy is more impactful than skill. Yes and no. Because at some point, you still need to just hit the shots. You still need your Echo player, your Widow player to just hit the shots. Your flex support needs to hit the sleeps. Doesn't matter how good your strategy is. If people miss, if people can't mechanically perform, doesn't matter how good your strategies are, it's not going to work.
2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
The pain is coming.
Isn't he all aim, no brain? I'm37 is not all aim, no brain. He's definitely not one of the smartest players we have in the league in terms of the way he plays the game, but he plays like pretty smart. Yeah, Hisu played very poorly on that defense, very poorly. So they're gonna go coast. Boston is gonna play the Hanzo on defense. Why Hanzo on defense? Is it under the expectation that they might just try and go top right? I hate the Hanzo so much. Why does everyone feel like playing Hanzo is a good idea? Just play the Ashe. Just play Ashe from over there and you'll just get value. Sonic arrow for scouting? No. What? Nice. He had to drop too fast. Oh, no. They saw the happy pop off that one time? Maybe. Why not play Hanzo? Because Ashe is just a better character. More consistent. It's very hard to get good damage as a Hanzo against the composition that Defiant is playing. A lot of things flying around the air, defense matrix, all that kind of stuff. Having a hit scan is way better than having a Hanzo. Have you tried shooting arrows from over here at somebody over there? At that point, because of the distance, it just becomes RNG. Wouldn't you just much rather have an Ashe? And when they dive up here, throw a dynamite or something like that, right? Grab dragon.
Time to raise my APM.
Just get lucky, yeah. That's what it feels like. And we've seen it. It's not, this isn't the first team to play the Hanzo. Like, this isn't just like a me speculation. So many teams tried to play Hanzo on this point as well, and they just don't hit any shots. They just don't hit anything. When they probably would have hit something as Ashe, right? They just don't hit anything. And I think Philly is a prime example of that. Carpe played a lot of Hanzo on this map and just didn't really get much value from it. I think Boston has a chance against Shock. Yeah, maybe. Anything's possible. We don't know how good the Shock is right now, right? No, Winston. Lastro fucked up the sleep mind games again. Hisu gets Faith. Nice play on the Ashe. I am 37 gets lucky. Look at this. Look at this shit. He just flicks in his general direction. If he doesn't hit that shot, they're in trouble. They really are in trouble because of the Ashe. But because he hits it, then it kind of looks good. That's nice. What do you mean? It's nice. Don't get me wrong. That's a nice play. Is it? Can you say it was completely calculated? No. As soon as you go past a certain threshold on Hanzo, you're just... Because Hanzo's good if you're shooting in, like, down a corridor, right? Or you're shooting in their general direction, but, like, that's a... If he doesn't hit that perfect shot, then they're in a bad spot. But if he was on the Ashe, he would have been able to hit that shot and, like, shoot him and push him away, right? Like, all right, let's watch I'm 37 and see what he does in, like, successive, like, fights, right? Who's standing in his dragon? Well, he just died to the primal. So that's kind of like neither here nor there because that same thing would have happened to Ashe. Alright, good engage by the Defiant. Walking down main, just press a bunch of ults.
Zarya.
Bushi's dead. Valentine's dead. With like, well, he's with the Mercy, but yeah. Yeah, the bomb took a lot of the damage, I think, yeah.
60 seconds.
Bada bing, bada boom. Alright, so Defiant do a good job of engaging with their ults and cap at the first point. Iron 37 heads over to the Ashe now. And that's the thing, is like, why do people like Hanzo more than Ashe on... Like, it's mainly that first point in Numbani. I assume it's because you can climb up and down more effectively. I guess. Right, like, that kind of makes a bit of sense, right?
I'm feeling unstoppable.
You better get out of the way.
Helden sterben nicht.
Okay, dogs. I'm getting poked at. We're moving. Stand 1 is sad. Yeah, Stand 1 is just getting murdered. I'm 37 on the high ground. Uprising to do a good job of like not conceding too much space and just applying pressure across. Is Lucio still bad? Yeah, Lucio's pretty bad in this meta right now. Lucio's not a bad hero. It's just like he depends on the meta of everyone else around him, right? Does the team benefit from having a speed boost? Yes or no? If he does, like Lucio got played a ton in the May melee, right? Grav's pretty bad by Gay Bushi. Does get nice out of the copy.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
Oh god, Boston's using everything. They really need to win this fight. And somewhat convincingly as well. That wasn't very convincing, right? Like, they just used so many ults to just get... Like, they used Grav, Copy, Primal. That's like a lot of their space-creating ultimates. They used all of those. And didn't really get a whole lot of ult charge on there at the rest of them. So Defiant should get a pretty good ult cycle here, right? They're about to get 4 ultimates online. So this should be pretty good for Defiant, unless they shit the bed. Valentine kills Hisu off the bat. Why did they nano faith? Hisu gets purpled and run down. That seems unnecessary. He did not need to use that nano. Good sleep. Oh. God damn it, Gay Bullshit. We talked about this. Res on Hisu. Oh, well, Uprising once again used all their ults. They just used both their support ults. And didn't really get much out of it. Valentine goes in, dies. This grab by Gay Bushi has got to be big. Yeah, I think Boston just ult usage was quite poor there.
Boosters engaged.
Okay, and yeah, that just goes back to like the rally didn't really help anyone other than himself, and then Myunbong used the nano to save the rally as well, so like just not a lot of value and didn't get much. And like the res that the one kill they did get, Hisu just got res up. So no, I have not done my pick'ems yet. Oh. Hisu finds a way to die. He's playing quite exposed, but I also think he's not getting killed for that well. Oh, good. That was a little too obvious by Gay Bushi. That's an enormous nade, though. Oh, Gay Bushi, don't go overextend now. Oh, God. Nade onto IM37. Drawing Defiant's kind of rolling now. Uprising are using... Oh, that death by Michelle's pretty bad. That's going to cost them that whole team fight. Hisu getting very aggressive on Coast side right now. Hisu and Jimmy are in the same boat where they aren't getting the resource. No, see, here's the problem. Is I understand that he's not getting the resources, but that's the way Hitscan is played in this meta. He should not be playing Ashe in a way that he's going to get pocketed by a Mercy. He should play in the way that he is helping the backline and he is putting a ton of damage into the tanks, right? You need to be able to adjust, right? And Jimmy, don't even get me started on Jimmy where he's not getting resources. If that wasn't a troll, then I don't know. Jimmy is not getting resources. It's the same thing. I don't think Hisu's not getting resources. He seems fine. He's just putting himself in positions where he's getting himself isolated. Alright, we got a party in this room. Early primal by Sato trying to get value in this room, but he's the only one who can follow up and did not get anything done. Get Bullshit gets nanoed.
30 seconds remaining.
Oh, the flank penis fish grab. Jumps off of the high ground. Great grab. That might just be it. 20 seconds. Defiant are gonna have to find a way to get onto this point. Sorry, what grab? A penis fish. For anyone who doesn't know Gay Bullshit's name, loosely translated means penis fish. Alright, good play by Boston. Recognize if they play aggressive, even if they let someone go to point, they should win the team fight. Unless Stam 1 just runs in and feeds.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
Nice goes to the Ana. Oh, good sleep on a Faith. Ah, it should be over still. Oh god, nice, he's carrying this. C9. Oh.
Victory.
They were probably going to lose that anyway, but they probably should have touched. Massive nade by Myeonbong. Yeah, Myeonbong did a really good job there of like hiding in that corner. Alright, let's go on to Rialto. Why did they keep copying Ana? I think that was the only thing they could copy at that point, but yeah. I don't think you ever want to intentionally. Like, I just don't know why more teams just don't just copy the diva. Right, it's not that hard. Just copy the diva. Watch that last grab. No, we saw it already. When he jumped off the back. Like, I assume you guys saw that as well on like the regular. Like, they highlighted a lot. It was a good grab. Alright, so now we're going to see both teams play the double shield. I actually kind of like the Hunter here from Boston. The Widow is very hit and miss for me in this one. I don't like the Brig at all. I really don't like this Brig from Faith. I think he needs to switch over to the Mercy. Like, I just don't think you can do anything as Brig against this composition that the Defiant are playing. What do you think of Mr. Penis Fist? Gabushi seems pretty good so far. Definitely made some mistakes, but for the most part was pretty good. Oh, just gets murdered by Nice. How does that happen? Does he get headshot?
Boosting up.
Oh, he just took 1 million damage. What? It's not even that thing. Faith needs to switch. Like, what is Faith gonna do in this? He can't help anyone. Emong talked about having to do less as a tank. Yeah, I think this isn't a tank meta. This is definitely not a tank meta. The tank's jobs are to play the objective and play aggressive and try and give space, but like you don't pop off. Like even when you're playing like Sig and DV, I think you don't really pop off that much. It's really dependent on your echo, your hit scan, and your supports. I honestly think I agree with that. It's definitely not a tank meta right now. Last stage, yes, last stage was very much a tank meta, right? Oh my god, hello? Oh wow. Holy shit. Nice is nasty. Nasty.
Adjusting angle of attack. Cloning module loaded. Prepare for duplication. Adaptive circuits engaged. Sigma.
Okay. Toronto's kind of rolling right here. Not bad, getting some good wins.
Quite the boost.
And Toronto has good people for this meta, right? I attribute Paris's win to Dan's Arissa. He just has a good read on the meta, and I think Dan played really well. But I think Naga was the real carry of the team, right? Naga was like Dan was doing his job, right? That is what you need to do as the main tank right now. Just do your job. And I think a lot of main tanks are making the mistake of feeling like they have to do more, and that's costing their team. I think Punk has a better. I haven't seen enough game Bushi Sig. Where's the Widow? He's just back there. Iron 37 goes down. Ugh, this is looking pretty bad by Boston. Why is Shock bad? Shock aren't bad. Everyone's blowing the Shock failures out of proportion. Shock lost one game. Wait, Shock lost one game to the Houston Outlaws, right? And then they lost to Dallas Fuel on the Warpath. Like, that doesn't... Oh yeah, they lost. Did they lose to Dallas?
60 seconds.
Maybe they lost 2 games. Yeah, I think they're 3-1, right? They got rolled? Oh yeah, oh you're talking about in the knockouts. Yeah. They went 3-1 in the regular season, lost to Houston in some crazy close series where I don't think they played that well, and then they lost to Dallas, as did every other team in the league. Dallas, Shock aren't awful. They're not a really bad team. I feel like people just have such unreasonable expectations for the team that they lose to another good team, and then everyone's like, oh, this is the worst thing. Shock are so shit. They're not bad. They definitely aren't the dominant force that we expect from them, you know, the 2-time champs. But, you know, they've always been like this. They did the exact same thing last season where they lost some games early on in the season, so. Dude, Boston are getting rolled. They can't do anything right now. Defiant's doing such a good job of countering any time Boston try and go anywhere. Shock almost lost to Atlanta, yeah, and like and that's it. Like Shock is definitely weakened, and they're not a thing. But so many people are like, Shock are so bad right now. Shock aren't bad. They're not the best right now, but that's fine. That's a great rally, great flux. I'm 37 hitting last row. And here's the thing of like the idea of the Hanzo, right? I'm 37, hasn't really done a whole lot, but then all it takes is this one arrow that murder the main support, and then all of a sudden, okay, well, maybe it was worth it. How did Toronto lose this? Well, they just lose the overtime push, right? So they lose the final play, and then it becomes like, they can easily snowball this point, right?
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Is the Brig a throw here? I don't like the Brig at all. For the exact reason of like, the rally helps them get through, but the Brig doesn't do anything. The Brig doesn't offer much outside of when they run in with the rally, right? And I've said this time and time again. If you're going to play double shield versus double shield, you should just play Bat Mercy. Like, Bat Mercy is very good. The Mercy enables your echo a lot more, gives you a lot more space. You have the res, all that kind of stuff. Brig just doesn't... It's too hard to get Inspire uptime in this composition. She was helping Gaybushi off angle. Yeah, but you know what else helps Gaybushi off angle? Pocketing an echo, right? It's like, if you're off angling, it's pretty hard to get Inspire uptime, right? Right, like let's just watch Faith, right? What is Faith doing here? How is Faith enabling his team to be successful? Just throwing packs? Can do that a whole lot better as Mercy, right? Like, if you're not hitting your whip shots, like, and to keep your Inspire uptime, you're really just not doing a whole lot of healing. Is Boston giving up on Punk fusions? No. They showed that they were willing to play Punk. I don't know what's going to happen in the long term with those guys. I don't see fusions playing, but I think they integrated Punk, and I think they can probably make it work when they work out, like, what each player offers. But yeah, we'll see. Like, what is Faith doing, right? Like,
Adaptive circuits engaged.
they're just playing for rally. Legitimately, you're just playing for rally. Like, your rally is very important, but like, then you have this where you use the rally and you don't get value. It's like, well, now it's going to take me another 1.5 to 2 minutes to charge this rally again, right? Because you're not getting enough Inspire. Literally, the only healing he's doing is by packs right now. Such a soothing voice. I'm glad you like it, Patrick. I love those falling asleep pods. I have those people myself. there's value. But the team had so much space anyway. Right, but you sort of see where I'm coming from, right? That should be an explainer of why the Brig isn't very good. Unless your team has an advantage and you have the space in double shield, it's impossible to walk forward and it's impossible to get value. So you get value once everything breaks down, but you're not enabling your team to get those initial picks. And that's what happened on the first point, right? Is that they just couldn't get that space for the Brig to be valuable. And something that does give you a lot of space is Mercy, because it enables your other players to play way more aggressively with a pocket with a damage boost. So... is Boston good now? Finally, Boston's solid. Boston's very solid. It's definitely the best iteration of Boston we've seen in a long time.
Seconds remaining.
Oh, wow. Gay Bullshit, they seem to play this way, right? Where they have Gay Bullshit and Faith play on this flank, just like pretty much on their own.
Going free.
Mobility increased. Establishing defense point. 30 seconds remaining.
Off angling Oswald's. Do you ever play Lucio double shield? You can play a rush double shield, like a Lucio Bap double shield, but then you play it with like DPS players like a Reaper Echo and stuff like that, where you play super aggressive in this meta. Pretty uncommon though, pretty uncommon. Usually you just play a poke comp with like double shield. So you play like the Mercy. Alright, rally value, let's go.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Signal.
Wow, Nice just got fucking overrun. Oh wow.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
Great lamp. That was a little aggressive by Valentine. Is he gonna get the flux? Is the question. They double flux here, they're in a good spot. Oh god, another flux. Another one. Oh, he got shot out of it. Looks like they should cap though. Yeah, wow. Uprising literally just capped on overtime all three points. Rally value, baby. Like, honestly, you can't argue with the Brig too much when they are getting so much value out of the Brig. I don't think the Brig is that good, but they are getting value out of the rally, so maybe I can feel it. Stand one or side. Thank you very much, money. Valentine is a strong independent Echo who don't need no mercy. But think about how strong Valentine would be with a partner in crime. Like, imagine if they were just best buds. Faith and Valentine could be best buds, just like WGS Phoenix, right? They could be even better. Valentine could be the next big thing. Oh wow, going hyper aggressive. They see the flank, like the heavy flank coming out from Defiant, so they go aggressive in main. I kind of like it. BRB, 1 second, sorry guys. Okay. No riots. I have faith in Valentine. Boo.
Wobble, wobble,
Yo, John Blanco, thank you very much for the Prime sub. Welcome to the fam. You leaving? You no get cat. I did come into the roof when I came in. Trippy chair, yeah, because of the green screen, it kind of fucks with it.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
Alright, Hisu gets Valentine, but Faith gets Michelle. There's an absolute brawl going on in the front here. Looks like Defiant do get the better end of that. I think that might have been a little bit too aggressive for my liking. But it's good to take that early fight, right? Because of where they took that fight, they get a second fight. Thoughts on Nice so far? I think Nice has been very good on the Echo. I think Nice has actually been pretty solid. Impressed me. Not a BAP meta fan. Yeah, a lot of people don't like BAP. Pelican Echo or Shy Echo? Ooh, second, I would say. Shy was good, but I like Shy hit scan more than I like Shy echo. Alright, rally value. Faith always gets value. Oh, never mind. That was good ultimate usage and ability usage by Defiant. The dragon, the pull. They used the window leading into that so that they isolated stand 1. Very well played by Defiant with their old usage. Why BAP with Mercy Brig rather than the Zen? First of all, Zen is banned. So you can't play the Zen. Zen would be good for the damage output, but you generally play like a BAP Zen then in that situation. But BAP has immortality field for your Orisa and your shield tanks. So that's generally why BAP is played instead of like an Ana or something, right? So drinking this is Soylent. But yeah, if people could play a Zen, they would play a Zen. Jimmy vs. Shy in 2 weeks. Oh, God. I am 37 gets Sato. Valentine gets Nice. Oh, no. That's really bad by Defiant. It's one of like the hardest points to like cap. So when you have that advantage and they have positioning, you really want to hold on to that. Feels like Defiant plays better this map. I think they're just playing the right heroes. Like, I think they're playing the double shield. They're not getting caught on, like... Actually, I actually kind of like Defiant's hero choices, actually, now that I think about it, because they played on Nabani, they were pretty good. But I think Sato and Michelle is better on these, like, double shield tanks than they are. But I also think Uprising's kind of trolling by putting Faith on the bridge. Right, like, let's look at on defense, right, of, like, what Faith does here. Cuz likes the Hanzo. Hanzo is good in double shield because Hanzo does a ton of damage to the shield. It's really good at static tanks and when like everyone's standing in like a clump behind shields, right? Hanzo is bad if they're playing Winston, Diva, Echo, Ashe, like because everyone's all over the place. Everyone's very inconsistent and you're just like you're not really shooting in a general direction. You're trying to hit like a pinpoint shot from far away. Who's better, Lastra or Myeonbong? I would say Myeonbong. Both are very good though. Like, legitimately, Faith just can't get up. Look at this. He just can't get Inspire uptime right now. He's just throwing packs on cooldown. Oh, God. His whip shots aren't that great either. And here's what's... This is literally the prime example of what is wrong with Brig, right? Just doesn't do anything. Would you agree that the reason Boston probably looks a lot better is they can communicate using full Korean? No. No, I think that their players just play badly. Maybe it could have been a communication issue. I doubt it. Like, they played fine. Like, they put Punk in for their next match against somebody, and they were fine. Like, I don't know if they communicate in English even when Punk's not in or something like that as well. I know some teams do that because, you know, for consistency. But yeah. I just think they found the right meta. I think their players are more comfortable with things. Valentine's not on the Tracer. He's able to play the Echo, something he looks more comfortable. I am 37 looks like he's not, you know, as, you know, rusty. Stan 1, I don't think Stan 1's Winston is super good, but I think he's good on the Brig, on the Orisa and stuff like that, so. Nice gets Valentine. What do you think, Aya? What do you think of the comp? I don't like the Brig either. Yeah, I know. It's disappointing. Alright. What do we got? We're going into close to last fight territory. Boston doesn't have a lot of ults. Defiant's about to come up on a ton, right? They got the Echo copy, they got the Sigma Flux. This should be hard for the Uprising to hold. They really need to get big value out of this Dragon and the Bongo. Faith goes down before the fight starts. That's really bad. Gabe. bullshit? Does he get sucked out? That is ambitious by Gebushi. Oh yeah, that's very ambitious. Ambitious. You watch anime? Yeah, I watch anime. Well, there you go. That was kind of like Boston kind of gifted that one to Toronto. I don't know if Toronto deserved that point, but Faith and Gebushi kind of fed a little bit there. Punky wouldn't have gone that far. Yeah, Punk would never make such a mistake. Good bongo by Stam 1. Should give him a little bit of space. It's going to counteract the window, but won't really do a lot. Gebushi goes some more hero plays. Yeah. He's had some good stuff. He's also had some questionable stuff, though. Oh, gotta take the good with the bad. Valentine gets the win over Nice. The fact that Valentine's getting a lot of value without playing the Mercy is very impressive. Oh my god, that flux is enormous. That was a good flux by Gebushi. Alright. Well, once again, Defiant have a ton of ults. They got the Echo copy, they got the Bongo. They should be able to do this. If I'm Boston, I want to disengage from this. I want to use my Rally and Dragon to disengage from this fight rather than try and win this fight. Knowing that they have Bongo copy, they're just going to be so oppressive to fight against. You want to force the Bongo as early as you can, right? Force the Bongo, Rally. Oh god, they're going to engage with it. I don't know if I like this. Alright. Well, fuck, it shows what I know. Oh, Faith gets headshot, though. Could be a problem. Nice's copy is gonna get value? Question mark? This should be, they're gonna have to back up. Myeonbong and Gebushi. Oh. Yeah, Gebushi feels very feast or famine in the way that he plays this game. Like, that was sick. I'll give him that. But that was a questionable flux at the end. Does the flux make up for the feed? Well, not if he does the second flux like that. We haven't seen enough of Gebushi, guys, yet. I haven't seen enough of Gebushi to have like a have a good opinion, because like that's how I feel about Gebushi. He has some really good moments. Like the fight before this, he was very good. Had a sick flux, cleaned up very well, nice play. The fight before that, he jumped out of a window and died. The fight after that one, he fluxes after the fight is over to try and win it on his own, right? So he's like, he has some sick plays, but he also has made some pretty critical errors. Oh, good dragon by Hisu. That should just be the point cap by the Defiant. Oh, okay. They both just got off. Alright, let's go. Let's go back to the first point. 1 minute. 1 minute is an absolute clusterfuck, especially on this map.
Ready for battle.
Maybe he thought he could flex to get him off the point and expire, but that's purely chance, yeah. And that's like, that's not a great gamble to make, right? If they had that, imagine if they had had that flux for that final fight, they would have been in a much better position. So even if, like, if that had come off, it would have been great, but when it's kind of one of those ones where when it doesn't come off, it looks really bad. Thoughts on Unsunjay? I think Unsunjay's been really good for Defiant. Honestly, I think a lot of Defiant players have impressed me, so. They're all good, I just don't think they're all incredible, right? Like, even Hisu and Nice, like, they're both impressed me, and they're good at hit scan, but I would not put either one of them at the highest level in either of their roles. Like, I wouldn't put either of them, like, top 3 or, like, top 5 in either of their roles. They're both good, and they're definitely middle of the pack, but that's kind of how I feel like it. I honestly believe that Toronto Defiant are going to become the new Atlanta Reigns. They're going to be like the new gatekeepers of the middle of the pack.
Remaining.
No one talks about Michelle. Michelle's just fine. And that, what? No, don't knock that off. What are you doing? I literally just walks up to my... Aya walks onto the desk. I don't even know where it went. Walks up to the desk, comes up to me, looks at me, sees my lid of my Soylent on my desk and just pushes it off the edge. Cool, that's great. Thanks, Aya.
3 complete.
And that's a hold from Toronto Defiant, though. And here's the value. I think there is so much of an advantage of attacking second. Wait, sorry, not attacking second. Defending second. Defending second is such a big advantage because you know where the box of victory is. You can hold them right here. Right? Like, you can hold them just before they cap. And that gives you such a big advantage. Well, when you're attacking, like, if you get stopped anywhere around here, like, you're at such a big disadvantage.
Attackers incoming.
Wobble, wobble, motherfucker.
So we got the Uprising. See, like, why is Faith on Brig still? I really don't like it. Big Nosh, thank you very much for the prime sub. Welcome to the fam. Okay.
Seconds remaining.
Michelle straight up missed eating the flank guard. Wait, really? I just assumed you didn't see it coming.
The payload is approaching its destination.
Do you think the league might delay this weekend's games because of Toronto? I don't really know what's going on with Toronto. I assume they will do everything in their best interest to not delay the games while also keeping everyone safe. So that would be my guess. I don't know what that answer is though. Nice gets another one. Valentine gets punished for that. Anson J and Nice are kind of feeding though. Feeding late. Because these guys can just consolidate on the point. They have both healers. They have the Hanzo, they have the Orisa. And here, as I said, here's the advantage of going second, right? Like, the difference between getting held here and getting held here essentially doesn't matter, right? Like, both of them are essentially theoretically the same hold. But Boston just wins because they go second. That is one of the flaws that I think exists with, like, the escort in overtime. But obviously this happens very nichely, but yeah. Oh yeah, for people that aren't aware, there's been talks that a couple of players on the Toronto Defiant have COVID, and so they're trying to deal with that as best as possible. Lunchbox, thank you very much for the 4 months. And that's it. That's Toronto Defiant versus the Boston Uprising. It was good to look at both those teams. Honestly, I don't think Toronto was that bad. Like, what if we think back, what did Toronto do wrong in this series? I can't even really think about it. Like, they didn't play badly. They just didn't play well. They lost. Play a better comp, but I think their comps are actually okay. Like, even the Lucio and Moira stuff on Ilios, I don't mind that. And, like, they only did that on Ruins, and then on Well, they even played a pretty good comp. I actually kind of liked their comps. I don't think Toronto was bad. I think Boston were just good. And I think they played somewhat of a mirror comps and Boston was just better. So I don't know where Toronto stands. I really don't. I kind of want to see more Toronto. Hisu did feed on Nabani. That was a difference. That was definitely... I think Hisu didn't have a great match. And I also think Nice probably should have had more impact with being pocketed so much with the Mercy. But it wasn't, there was nothing like standout, like glaring weaknesses of they were playing the wrong comps. This player wasn't playing well. And like, even on the other hand, I don't think anyone on Boston played exceptionally well. I think they all just played very solidly. So I think Boston individual players were just that little bit better than Defiant. And I think that's probably where the difference came up. So it's good to have a look at both those teams. I do want to see more from both. I don't really know where both of them stand right now because Defiant is like, we thought Defiant was going to be pretty good and now they're being lackluster, and Boston started poorly and now they're getting really good. So we'll see. Does Faith play Mercy at all? As far as I'm aware, he does.
Wobble, motherfucker.
I don't think he doesn't, so I'm not sure. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Much love, and I'll see you next time.